I was under the impression that Elizabeth was staunchly on Rick's side.
She was. Yeah, I stopped by her house to check on her the morning after Rick was arrested. She was trying to arrange for Diane to defend him.
And when did that change?
When she realized that Rick's prints were all over the gun.
And when did she realize that? During one of your visits?
Alexis, it was right there in the paper. She just hadn't read it yet.
Until you pointed it out. Interesting.
Interesting how?
Well, it's interesting that it wasn't until your informal prosecution of Rick that won Elizabeth over. It's also interesting that Rick being incarcerated for possibly the rest of his life clears a path for you to get right to Elizabeth. You have...
You give me the boss's name, and I have leverage.
Sorry, Jordan. Think of me as being under a gag order. Talking puts my family at risk.
But we're on the same side.
I'm doing you a favor. The less you know, the better.
Okay, so then my safest bet is to stay out of it completely. I mean, I won't know anything if I don't go back to work.
Fine. I'll let the man in charge know that you turned me down. Although, I'm sure that'll go over about as well as my own attempt to retire. Still want out?
Now I'm in.
Good. Now, you'll have to get everything set up from scratch, but don't worry. I'll make sure you get the support you need.
I thought that you were keeping a low profile.
I am. So don't contact me unless it's absolutely necessary. For all intents and purposes, Julian Jerome is out of the game. To the world, I quit. And it has to keep looking that way, or everything is going to come tumbling down again.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Well,
You helped Elizabeth wash her hands of Rick, and now you're in a prime position to get her back.
No, I wouldn't put it quite like that.
Of course you wouldn't, because that would be impolite, and your manners are flawless.
Most people consider that a good thing.
Etiquette aside, you told me you wanted to get Elizabeth back, did you not?
I did.
And Rick and Elizabeth are now imploding, are they not?
They are.
So what's standing in your way?
As far as I can see, nothing.
What about Britt? Just answer me one question and I'll stop with the third degree.
Promise?
I'm a Cassadine. Our sense of integrity is
Just
fluid.
ask the question.
Where does Britt fit into all of this?
She doesn't.
Really?
Really?
Weren't you in love with her once?
There is absolutely nothing left between Britt and me. Okay? As it stands, I just saw her at the hospital, and, yeah.
None of the old magic back, huh?
No. Certainly not with her little crony, Brad, nipping at her heels.
And what if her ethically flexible lab manager associate were not present?
I still would have blown her off. Britt Westbourne is out of my life for good.
What are you talking